140, February the 11th, 2023. About 1:30, 49 degrees. We are about halfway between Adairsville and Armurchie. We're on Georgia Highway 53. We're going to have to stop and change this battery. This will be the second video from Rome to Calhoun. We won't go actually to the town. We're just going to go to the 53 bypass or connector and cut over to Love's or Buc-ee's. So we're going to pull over somewhere. We may let it run out and cut off and then stop and change the battery, but we'll probably go ahead and pull over up here unless it cuts off first. Georgia Highway 140 ends over in Armurchie, which would have been to our left, and all the way to the right it takes you all the way over to Evans Mill, but it may change. It may not be 140, but that's the same road going across Jimmy Carter Boulevard. We should have pulled over right there. We're going to stop right here and change this battery before it decides to cut off. Starting back off. So the van is shifting fine right now, but it can change anytime. And I just had a question from one of my subscribers, and I appreciate that. It's very nice. Asking if I'm letting the van rev too high. The engine rev too high when it doesn't shift what the tach is reading. So this van doesn't have a tach in it, but I'm planning on putting one in it. But I don't let it rev that high. I'll back off of it before it just revs out. But yes, I am going to put a tach in it. I wish it had one from the factory, but it didn't. Going into Gordon County from Floyd County. I guess we were in Floyd. Up here, this guy usually has a couple of old cars. CC right here. He had a nice 55 Chevrolet one time. He doesn't have anything. Well, he's got something there. What's he got? Got him a Corvette now, but it's not for sale. There's a 55 back there, like a project car. Metal barrels for sale if y'all need a metal barrel up here on Georgia Highway 53 north of 140. Did I say wooden barrel or metal? Metal barrels. I don't know what I said. There's no telling. Marathon gas is $3.19. There's an interesting little antique or junkyard, whatever you want to call it. Looked like a Fred Sanford place. I like those kind of places. not a van on site, on the spot, on the lot. Saturday afternoon, a van with ladders on it over there parked on the side. They need to be out working. Taking off on Saturday. Got a van with ladders on it. Need to be working. There's a motorhome. No, it's not for sale. I thought it was for sale, but it wasn't. Now there's a place there that said lunch. Reading. This is Georgia 53 east, but we are heading almost due north. Just barely northeast. I guess you'd say north by northeast. But it's closer to being due north. There, getting in the mud, doing what boys do, looking for some kind of mischief to get into, create havoc, make a mess for somebody. Solar farm out there to the right. Pasture with the cows. I think they've got it fenced off though. I don't guess they need to have the cows chewing on the wiring and getting fried. Stockyard, Calhoun Stockyard, going to buy some cattle. Sneeze. I don't know. I hope I got it cut out, but I may not have. It came upon me quickly. South Calhoun Bypass, Georgia 53 East. See, they've got it cleared and prepped. They'll be expanding this. It won't be that long, I don't think. I think it'll be within 10 years. This will be 4-lane all the way from 53 to 75. Stockpile of chewed up asphalt over there. purpose at? Yeah, so they've got it widened out and everything. They've got it where they can 4-lane it with very little difficulty. Cutting across these farmland, cattle and chicken farms. 10 years from now, these chicken farms will be gone. They're going to be warehouses, logistics centers, homes, apartments. It's almost 2 o'clock. We're going to check out the Buc-ee's and the Loves. We'll get a coffee at either one. I like the Buc-ee's dark roast. I like Love's dark roast. We need to come down that road right there and cut over that, catch that road and go over to get video of that barn down there. That's a nice farm barn. Yeah, this windshield wiper's a lot better. And there, if you look off over there about 1 o'clock, you can see logistics centers galore. Sell me that little Suzuki. I'd like to have one of those. Christy had one and sold it. We traded it in. I'd like to have one of those it was a good little vehicle. A little convertible top like that, 4-wheel drive. Be a very good scoot around 4-wheel drive. We'll be coming up on US Highway 41, Georgia Highway, was it Georgia Highway 3 or 1? We'll see when we get up here. I think it's 3. I think 1 is US 27 and Georgia 1, I think. I'm not sure. Here we go, the future of Georgia, logistics centers. I believe Georgia's going to be the warehouse of the country. Yeah, Georgia 3, yep, US 41, Georgia 3. To the right will take you back down to Adairsville, on through those towns into Atlanta. To the left will take you all the way up through Chattanooga, through Calhoun's, a couple of miles up there to the left. Logistics centers could be storing. I mean, they're all over Georgia, South Georgia, up 85, North Georgia, all the way to going up to South Carolina. They're just huge places. Okay, coming up on 75, there's not a huge traffic jam here right now. Coming out of Buc-ee's, a lot of times coming from Buc-ee's across the bridge, it's backed up all the way. So Buc-ee's probably isn't too crowded today. If it's not too crowded, we'll pull in and stop and walk in. If it's too crowded, we're not going to mess with it. Okay, crossing the bridge, headed to Buc-ee's. We may get us a sweet treat. We haven't had much sweet treat. all the aggravation this van's giving us, we need a little sweet treat, don't we? Love's on the left side, Buc-ee's on the right. Hey, there's nobody coming, go on. Say Buc-ee's isn't too crowded. This is sort of not crowded for Buc-ee's, or this one anyway. We'll walk in and try to find us a little sweet treat. We're going to pull us right straight through if we can, and then we're going to go around and park on the, we'll make a right and then go around the back and park on the left. Can we pull straight through so y'all can see the Buc-ee sign real good? Go right, then we're going to go around. Now let's see, I think probably they're going to be electric charging stations back here on the back, but I can't remember. Yes, let's count them. We got that guy blocking about 4 or 5 of them. 12 of them, about 5 people getting charged, 3 or 4 or 5. Should we buy a Buc-ee saltwater taffy? That would be a sweet treat, all right, wouldn't it? Where are we going to park? Let's back in right here. We're going to back in right here. And turn it off. Let y'all get to see Buc-ee's sign right there. Turn it off. Parking lot is not as busy, but I tell you what, inside, you can't tell it from this,
But inside there are a lot of people here, a lot more than normal. Must be a lot of people per vehicle. I gravitate to the areas where there aren't any people. They need a lot better supply or variety of 12-volt stuff. As many campers and RVers that come in here.
We're going to go out this back way so we don't have to wait in that traffic line. Going out the side. Actually, it seems to be a lot fewer cars in the parking lot than I've seen before, but it was crowded in there. We did not get a coffee. All we got was a bag of pecans to snack on. Their sweets are high. The saltwater taffy isn't too bad, but 5 pieces has 120 calories. And I'll eat just about the whole bag. I love that stuff. I think we're going to go right up here instead of go down 75. Okay, it's 411 and just have an easy drive back into Adairsville. And this will end our video to Calhoun, Buc-ee's, and we may start another one, Georgia 53.